During the war, you were mainly growing crops here, were you?
Yeah, got corn. Then we had a small dairy herd. We used to milk the cows by hand.
You had pigs as well, didn't you?
Yeah, we had pigs. We got like a photo here with pigs running around. Pigs, poultry. We had everything on. Nearly every farmer had nearly everything, you know, for crops. A lot of the women used to do the poultry, and we had quite a lot of chickens here one time.
So were you just providing for yourselves, or were you providing for the war effort?
Well, we used to sell a lot of it for the war effort. Every farmer had to put in so many potatoes, so much grain. You had to be more or less independent. And, you know, you were encouraged during the war to work on the farm. The schools weren't quite fussy if you was working on the farm.
So you could afford to miss a few days school?
Well, we did quite often.
What did your dad do during the war, do you know?
Farming. He didn't have to go into any services or anything because he was, well, an only son, but he was a farmer, so farmers didn't have to go. No.
But they had a big job on the farm during the war, didn't they?
Well, yes, I imagine it was very difficult.
Because I think they had a certain amount of crops they had to grow to...
Yes, potatoes and whatever.
In the war, Father had to plant 5 acres of potatoes, you know, because of the war, under instructions of the War Act, which is now DEFRA. The War Act made farmers do this, you know, food for the country. People, you know, make sure there's food there to feed the population.
Where did they used to store the spuds?
I stored the spuds in the barn, here. The spuds would be beside that beam. Yeah. And I think I'm almost certain the German prisoners, yeah, I know they did come, a lorry load of them, picked up the potatoes. Yeah.
So where did they come from?
Exeter. Yeah.
So how was he farming in those days? Because there wouldn't have been tractors and machinery.
No, horses, two-cart horses, yeah. They used to plough them out with like a single furrow plough and pull the log, and the spuds would come out and they'd pick them all up, yeah.
And that would be the German prisoners?
Yes, yeah, almost sort as the German prisoners, yeah.
And none of them tried to escape? You never found them hiding in the barn?
No, they love the British. Yeah, they didn't want war. Hitler wanted war.
And I guess they were better off here picking spuds than going back to Germany?
Well, every time, yeah.
And tell me about your dad, because during the war he spent a lot of time in London, didn't he?
I know he was in London all that time, and he used to ring up and, you know. But he was in building and things up there the same way, so...
So what was he doing? Was he repairing war damage, or what was he...
Well, he would have been perhaps advising on repairing things, you know, bombs or houses smacked down and people with nothing to get into or something.